Welcome to our latest video. Today we're diving into the BMW R850C, the compact boxer cruiser from Berlin Spandau. We'll cover where it came from, the tech, how it rides, and who it's for. We'll wrap up with a clear buying recommendation and the key inspection points. Brought to you by Motorize DA, the #1 source for new and used spare parts. One detail that jumps out right away: the flip-up pillion pad that turns into a rider backrest when you're going solo. It adds long-distance comfort without spoiling the classic lines. You also get cross-spoke wheels and plenty of chrome, always backed by BMW-grade functionality. Whether you want a stylish city bike or a relaxed backroad companion, this cruiser chooses composure over brute force. Stay tuned to find out why the R850C is a connoisseur's bike with rock-solid underpinnings. History and development. In the late 1990s, BMW introduced the R850C as the little sister to the much-talked-about R1200C, aimed at markets with licensing and insurance caps. The cruiser uses the same steel tube frame, a telelever front end, and a paralever rear with shaft drive, but runs an 848cc boxer twin tuned for refined manners. Built at the Berlin Spandau plant, it was offered with optional ABS too. One signature element is the 15-inch rear tire in 170/80, which gives the bike its hefty rear stance. The 850 was only in the lineup briefly and is rare today. One reason well-kept examples are sought after. Technically, it belongs to the oil-head generation with electronic fuel injection and a dry clutch. The development brief was clear: blend cruiser lines with BMW engineering and deliver a torque-rich, laid-back alternative to the 1200 that uses less fuel and responds even more smoothly. Key specs. At its heart beats BMW's Air oil-cooled boxer with 848cc and electronic fuel injection. In C trim, it makes 37 kilowatts, 50 horsepower at 6,500 RPM and 68 newton-meters at 3,500 RPM. Smooth rather than frantic. Shifts go through a 5-speed gearbox with a dry clutch feeding the low-maintenance shaft drive. Up front, a telelever locates the 110/90/18 tire. Out back, the 170/80/15 runs on a paralever. Precise handling for a cruiser. Braking is by a single disc up front and another at the rear. ABS 2 was a factory option. The tank holds about 17 liters, and the seat height stays accessible at roughly 740 millimeters. A 1,635mm wheelbase brings rock-solid stability. A nice bonus, BMW's cross-spoke wheels are tubeless, pairing puncture resilience and airtight sealing with a classic look. Design and ergonomics chrome, broad fenders, and still unmistakably a BMW boxer twin. The R850C blends a cruiser silhouette with functional BMW ergonomics. The pegs are set moderately forward, taking the bend out of your knees without sacrificing control. A low seat and wide, pulled-back bars encourage an upright, unhurried posture. Its signature piece is the chromed headlight bucket with integrated speedo, authentic and easy to read at a glance. A hallmark of the C-Series, the pillion pad flips up to become a rider backrest, perfect for long stretches. Adjustable brake and clutch levers, a low seat height, and the tank's narrow waist make maneuvering easy. Cross-spoke wheels marry retro looks with tubeless tech. In short, comfort without kitsch, classic lines with everyday friendly ergonomics. A cruiser that doesn't just look good parked, it feels right in the saddle. Handling and everyday usability. Once you're in the saddle, the low center of gravity is the first thing you notice. The R850C tips into a lean with ease yet holds its line thanks to the long wheelbase. Telelever effectively tames brake dive, while paralever all but cancels shaft jacking, a real benefit on rolling back roads. The 848cc boxer delivers strong shove early and rewards short shifting and a lazy left foot. The gearing is tall. In the city, the low seat height and generous steering lock make tight maneuvers simple, and the dry clutch keeps it cool even in stop and go. Out on the open road, it tracks arrow straight. For rapid S's, you'll want a deliberate nudge at the bar. A practical touch. The C-Series stout luggage mounts take panniers with zero wobble. The single front disc asks for a measured squeeze but serves up clear, linear feel. All told, this cruiser becomes a dependable daily companion with that sonorous boxer beat. Strengths and highlights. This compact BMW cruiser favors substance over show. Its trump cards: a smooth, torquey 848cc boxer, paired with low-maintenance shaft drive and BMW's signature chassis composure from telelever and paralever. That delivers rock-solid stability under braking and clean, confident lines through corners, qualities you rarely find in this class. In everyday use, it shines with a low seat height, a relaxed knee angle, and wide bars that inspire trust. A true standout is the flip-up passenger pad that doubles as a rider backrest, comfortable and iconic. Often fitted from the factory, heated grips and a 12-volt accessory socket to make touring easier. The tubeless cross-spoke wheels also impress, blending classic looks with modern function. Bottom line, laid-back cruising with engineering that lasts. Weak points and common issues. Where there's light, there's shadow. The oilhead Boxer twin can surge slightly at steady throttle if the valve clearances and throttle bodies aren't perfectly synced. The ABS2 unit is fussy about low voltage. Fresh AGM battery and solid grounds are a must. At higher mileage, the final drive can develop play in the paralever pivots and bearing noise. Any noticeable rocking at the rear wheel or grinding sounds are a warning sign. The dry clutch sits deep in the frame, so replacement means splitting the bike, separating the gearbox and rear section, which adds labor. Chrome bits, spoke nipples, and exhaust trims are prone to surface rust if the bike lives outdoors. Electrical usual suspects, the Hall sensor wiring harness and the Valeo starter, whose magnets can come unglued. Specific to the R850C, the 15-inch rear wheel with a 170/80 tire limits your tire options. Check availability and the DOT date code before you buy. Accessories and customization. The R850C is easy to elevate, elegantly and with real function. Originally, BMW offered chromed engine guards, 2 quick-release windscreens, and rigid leather saddlebags. Thanks to shared mounting points with the R1200C, many parts swap straight over, including the wide beach bar handlebar and stout luggage racks. Popular add-ons include heated grips, an onboard power socket, and a taller seat for long stretches. For more presence, go for the factory chrome package or street-legal slip-ons from Remus or Sebring. They enrich the soundtrack without blunting the bike's torque-rich character. Practical bonus, the cross-spoke wheels run tubeless tires, making roadside plug repairs easier. City tip, narrower mirror stalks and compact turn signals help slim the silhouette. One caveat when customizing, the telelever front end is sensitive to geometry changes. Choose bar height and screen size that keep steering precision and comfort intact. Market value and buying checklist. The Boxer Cruiser is a rare sight, which makes pricing fairly straightforward. In Germany, honest examples usually sit between 3,000 and 5,000 euros. Very tidy, low-mile bikes with extras can be higher. Key checks: play and noises in the rear final drive, a dry paralever, and a clean, consistent clutch bite point. Watch the ABS self-test. Flashing warning lights after startup often mean a weak battery or sensor issues. Once warm, the engine should run silky smooth. A rough idle points to an overdue throttle body sync. Definitely inspect chrome, spokes, and exhaust shields for rust. R850C detail to note: rear tire size 170/80/15, check condition, date, and availability. Green flags in a listing include a full service history, heated grips, a luggage rack, and the original toolkit. On the test ride, critically assess straight-line stability, brake judder, and on-off throttle behavior including driveline lash. Verdict and buying advice. The R850C is the most relaxed way to experience BMW's Boxer and Cruiser guys. Unflustered, solid, and full of character. It offers a low seat height, planted chassis composure, and a low-maintenance shaft drive. Ideal for stylish city runs and unhurried rides on country roads. It's less at home on endless high-speed motorway stints or spur-of-the-moment two-up passing sprees. Its 50 horsepower is tuned for poise rather than sprints. A standout feature is the flip-up pillion backrest, which doubles as a rider support when you're solo. Buying advice: go for well-maintained examples with documented history, and carefully check the final drive, clutch, ABS function, and the 170/80/15 rear tire. If you're after a refined cruiser with a distinctive BMW flavor, there's plenty of substance here at fair prices. An appealing alternative to the R1200C and an underrated enthusiast's choice.